You ain't even tripping no more, right? You done with the back and forth. You done playing these little games. You done letting them toy with your emotions. You done giving them control over you. At this point, you just done. See, they're trying to figure out why you're not responding like you normally would, right? The enemy, he gonna try to do everything he can to try to get you to abort the mission. He gonna use whoever he can use to get you off this path that the Lord has you on. And it's not working. It's not working. Because now they're trying to figure out why you're not responding like how you normally would. Normally you would, go off for your flesh and fight this battle the worldly way. Curse them out, right? Match energies, right? Tell them about themselves. Play tit for tat. Get on their level. Fight with your fists. But they can't get that old reaction out of you. It's because you are becoming her. It's because you are becoming him, the person that God has called you to be. So they can no longer get you to respond worldly because you're learning to respond godly. You don't say much, even though it might hurt your feelings. You don't respond back like you used to because you understand that this assignment is bigger than you. You understand that your calling is so much attached to you and your obedience. So you're not bothered by them poking you anymore. You're not affected by them telling these lies on you anymore. You're not bothered when they don't give you the invite, even though you love them, even though you would have loved to been there, even though you would have loved to supported them. You're learning not to be bothered by the invite you didn't receive. But you're loving them from where you are. You're praying for them from where you are. You're trusting God from where you are. And sometimes that's the best thing to do, is to let them go in love. Let them go and get healing. This ain't the season where you got time to run behind nobody. This ain't the season where you're going back and forth. This ain't the season where you're going to let somebody bring you out your character. This ain't the season where you're going to let somebody come in and push you off your throne. This ain't the season where you're going to let somebody come in and play these mind games and have you going in circles and have you missing out on what you've been working so hard for. No, you're not going back in this season. Because you recognize what the enemy was trying to do. You recognize that the enemy was using these people to try to get you off course. You recognize that this fight is not a physical thing, but it's a spiritual matter. You recognize that this fight is not against flesh and blood. And when you start seeing things the godly way, you fought a little different. You fought a little harder. Not with your fists, but with your hands. See, they're thinking you weak because you're not responding like you used to. They're thinking you weak because now you would actually sit there and tears will fall from your face. They're thinking you weak because you don't fight back like you used to. But they don't know that the moment they underestimated your relationship with God is the moment they lost this fight. You learn to fight a whole nother way. You're learning to seek God in the midst of your trials, in the midst of the hurt, in the midst of the pain. You're learning to go to God in prayer and you give it to God. That's what you do. So let them think what they want to think, okay? Let them feel how they want to feel. But you won't be moved. Whatever they're doing over there, it will not affect you over here because you are rooted and grounded in God. You may have to cry. You may fall down. You may feel like giving up. But after it's all said and done, You better know who you are in Christ. You better know where you stand in God. That's the time where you need to invite God in. Invite God in from wherever you are. Whatever your situation, it's nothing too hard for God. This too shall pass. Whatever you're going through, whatever the hurt and the betrayal that you're feeling right now, you may feel like, Lord, I missed the opportunity of a lifetime. You may feel as though, Lord, I really wanted to be there for them. When the time is right, the Lord is going to do the restoring. The time will be restored. Your mind going to be restored. The Lord is going to renew your heart daily. It's nothing too hard for God. Nothing. Nothing too hard for God. Take it to the Lord in prayer, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're faced with. Even though the hurt may be so great, the pain may be so unreal. But get ready for a plot twist. Because you're coming out the fiery furnace. You're coming out the lion's den. You're coming out. This is your season. Your womb is going to be blessed. This is the season where the walls are coming down. This is the season where the lion's den will open and you're going to come out unharmed. This is the season where you're going from the pit to the palace. This is the season where years will be added on to your life. This is that season where God is doing it for you. It's a plot twist they didn't see coming. They thought you needed them to get what God got for you. You don't. You love them, but you're learning to give them to God. You care for them. You would do anything for them, but you're learning to give them to God. You're showing them that God comes first. You're showing them that it's God over everything. You're showing them that they can no longer play with your emotions. You're showing them that they can no longer toy with your mind. They can no longer hurt you like they used to. They can no longer manipulate you and control you like they used to. You're showing them who God is in you. They're not going to get the response from you. They tried everything. They tried everything. They went low. I mean, real low. But it's not working. It's not going to work because through the pain, the Lord is giving you wisdom. Through those tears, the Lord is you're growing. You're thriving. You're learning. You're blooming. All you have to do is keep pushing. Don't take matters into your own hand. Even though it's so much you want to say, it's so much you want to get off your chest, it's so much you want the world to know, it's so much to be said, let them think they're winning, okay? Let them think that they're winning. They're going to be shocked to see this plot twist. They're going to need you before it's all over with. The enemy thinks he is doing something. But all he's doing is making you go into your secret place. He's pushing you closer to the Lord. You will see that there was a strength on the inside of you you didn't know was there. There is peace on the other side of those tears. You just got to keep trusting God, keep believing God. Take this word back to the Lord in prayer. I pray that God it blesses you. Pray and ask the Lord for knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Any songs and scriptures, I'll be sure to put it below in the description of this video. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Though you may feel like nobody understands what you're going through, right? You may feel like life is so unfair. You may be asking God, why am I going through this again? What am I supposed to be learning from this? Why do I have to keep going through this? It's pushing you closer to the promise. God is teaching you to trust Him fully. He's teaching you that it's Him over everything. That is God over everybody. That is God over every place. He's teaching you that He is the one that's going to be there for you when nobody else is. He's teaching you that though you may hurt, but He's teaching you what love is. You may be to a point where you feel like, God, I've been doing everything you told me to do. I've been doing everything you ask of me. Why am I still hurting? Why do I have to go through this? You're going to go through seasons like Job, where you lose everything. You lose everyone close to you. But Job also went through a season where he had to fully trust God, even though God slayed him. Even though he went through the storm. But it was because Job kept the faith. He trusted God in the pain. He trusted the process. After he endured the suffering, then came the restoration. After he endured the suffering, then came the restoration. After you endure the suffering, then comes the restoration. Everybody wants to be replenished. Everybody wants their blessings to be doubled and multiplied. Everyone wants this increase and this restoration over their life. But how many are actually willing to go through the suffering process and still trust God? So I love you. Take this word back to the Lord in prayer, and God love you way more. Be blessed, y'all. Bye.